Alright, real talk. Evolve has a fight on its hands for your attention in 2015. It's got a name that's clever if you stare at the logo for long enough, but is otherwise uninspiring and unmemorable. It's objectively good looking, but its visual identity is generic sci-fi and all the levels look pretty similar, and the characters are varied in terms of their abilities, but as personalities they're completely and utterly forgettable. The only name we can remember is Daisy, and that's the sort of frog-dog thing.
Watch Daisy. Follow her.
But anyone who spent a reasonable amount of time playing the beta knows that there's a great game underneath all the meh. So here are 5 reasons Evolve is actually way better than it looks. If you've been following Evolve previously, you'd be forgiven for thinking it was all about hunt mode, where the 4 hunters have to kill the monster before it destroys a generator. In reality, there are other modes that shake up the formula.
Alright, one less egg.
Alright, so it's still about a single monster versus 4 hunters. Don't expect it to turn into a rhythm action game with match 3 elements, but there are additional objectives to consider. Take nest mode, in which the monster has 6 eggs dotted around the map that need to be defended. Yes, apparently those furry mammalian Goliaths lay eggs too. Must be part echidna or something. The strategic decision for the monster is whether to hatch the eggs into miniature Goliaths that will help you nobble the hunters. When the last egg or hatched monsterling is killed, the hunters win. Rescue mode, on the other hand, gives the hunters the babysitting job, looking after a bunch of human survivors who can just about handle a gun, but won't last long in a stand-up fight. Finally, Defend sees the hunters trying to protect 2 reactors and a final refueling pad from the destructive overtures of a level 3 monster and waves of baby Goliaths. Worried you won't be able to muster the motivation to fire up another round after a long attritional slobber knocker between man and frightening, probably tentacled beast? The campaign should give you the structure you need and forms the basis of the single player offering too, if you haven't managed to convince anyone else that Evolve is more exciting than it looks. You can play the whole of the campaign, called Evacuation, as either the hunters or the monster, and in any combination of 1 to 5 players. The plot involves a mass evacuation of the planet Sheer, which is one excuse for all the maps looking so similar. They're actually all geographically adjacent to each other, and between rounds you'll choose a route, level by level, across the game's overworld map. Vital to that sense of progression through the campaign are the map modifiers that come with it. If you win a round, in the next level you'll have an advantage pick from a selection of varied bonuses. Monsters that win that round might unlock extra dead humans to feed on, allowing them to evolve more quickly, or radioactive clouds that will harm the hunters. Hunters, on the other hand, might unlock lethal turrets, or upgrades to those lethal turrets that make them extra lethal. And believe me, those turrets are a PITA. The third and final monster in Evolve is unique for 2 reasons. 1, it's a lady monster. 2, Wraith is by far the most strategic of the 3 monsters. She can still deal damage with a crazy berserker ability, but her whole deal is being stealthy, striking quickly and then pegging it to safety to recharge. Her 2 most tactically useful abilities are Abduction, which allows her to pluck one of the hunters from the group and drag them away, a bit like a smoker from Left 4 Dead, and Decoy, which spawns a fake monster and turns you invisible so you can escape. If piling in and trashing stuff or floating around sniping from a distance isn't your style, Wraith may well be the monster for you. The final reason Evolve is better than it looks is this support guy called Cabot, apparently. Anyway, he has 2 weapons that complement each other perfectly. The first is radioactive dust, which will tag up any wildlife in the area, including the monster, so they're always outlined. The second is a rail cannon, which can shoot through any material. Now watch as I ruin prominent YouTuber Jack Frags' day by repeatedly shooting him in the butt through the floor.
Dead. We are victorious!
And no, I will not accept a rematch in Battlefield 4. So there you go, 5 reasons why Evolve is much better than its slightly generic name and visuals might suggest. But are you convinced? Were you hyped for Turtle Rock's unique multiplayer shooter already? Let us know in the comments and like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.